Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the FNBO Getaway Credit Card. So I'll be going over the main features of this card, its pros as well as its drawbacks. So hopefully by the end of this video you'll have a much better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. But before we go ahead and dive into the main features of this card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock and a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link, is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. And if you'd rather just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive the free stock, is just sell it for what it's worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so diving right into the main features of the FNBO Getaway Credit Card. First off, we are going to be going over points and how much you can earn with this card. So starting out, you will be earning 3 points per dollar spent on travel, dining, and gas transactions. So for instance, if you spend $100 on gas per month, in that case, you will be earning 300 points for that, which will result in right around $3 in value. Then on top of that, on all other transactions, you will be earning 1 point per dollar spent. Now, as far as a spend bonus goes with this card, or a welcome bonus, whatever you want to call it, unfortunately with this credit card at this point in time, they are currently not offering any type of spend or welcome bonuses. Basically what this is a credit card company might say, hey, if you sign up for a credit card and you spend $1,000 within the first 3 months from receiving it, in return, we will give you a $200 welcome bonus. That's basically them giving you an incentive to sign up for their card, hopefully use it enough where maybe you're having to pay fees, interest, or things like that. And in return, they will give you $200 for spending, let's say, like $1,000 within the first 3 months. And they're hoping that pretty much they're going to make more than $200 back from that thing. Now, in this case, once again, the FNBO Getaway Credit Card, they're not offering any type of welcome bonus at this point in time. So obviously that's one of the drawbacks of this card. Now, thankfully, there are some other pretty good benefits with this card. So just diving right into it, starting out for the first 12 billing cycles on both purchases and balance transfers, you are going to have a 0% introductory APR. That's a really great bonus because perhaps you have some larger transactions coming up and maybe you don't have the cash set aside right now to pay all of them off in full. What you can do is you can put them on this credit card, and once again, for the first 12 billing cycles, you are going to have a 0% interest rate. So that's going to give you 12 months to pay off those transactions in full. You'll definitely want to make sure that they are paid off in full though, because after the 12 billing cycles, at that point in time, your APR is going to shoot up and you're going to have to start paying interest on those transactions. Then as far as a balance transfer thing goes, if you currently have another credit card where you're paying a lot of interest on it on a month-to-month basis, you could consider transferring the balance from that card over to this card. And for the first 12 billing cycles, you'll also have a 0% interest on that balance. You'll definitely be saving a lot of money as far as the interest on that goes. You'll definitely want to make sure that balance, just like your purchase balance, is paid off in full though, because just like your purchase balance, after the first 12 billing cycles, that interest rate is going to jump right back up and you'll be right back at square one of paying a lot of interest on a month-to-month basis. So you'll definitely need to keep that in mind. And there's also going to be a fee on your balance transfer as well, which we are going to dive into in just a few minutes. Then on top of that, your rewards are never going to expire, so you don't have to rush to redeem your rewards. They're never going to expire, so you don't have to redeem them by a year or anything like that. You can always save them up. Use them right away, however you best deem fit. Then on top of that, you can also redeem your points for travel, cash back as a statement credit, an ACH deposited into your checking or savings account, or even receive a check in the mail, so you have lots of options for redeeming your points. And then you're also not going to have any foreign transaction fees as well. So if you happen to travel internationally, if you travel outside the United States, this is a card you can definitely take with you and you will not be charged anything extra for using it. Now on top of that, you can also receive some other benefits as well. So just for instance, you are going to be receiving fraud protection, so that's a great thing. You can also view your FICO score each month online for free. So whether you're just trying to maintain your credit score or increase it, you can definitely keep a good eye out on your credit score with this. Then on top of that, you're also going to be receiving zero fraud liability. So basically what that means is if you lose your credit card or someone steals it and they go off and spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars with your card, thankfully you're not going to be held liable to pay for those transactions because you did not authorize them. You're also going to be having access to an easy to use mobile app, and you're also going to be receiving 15% in savings on personalized airport services, like a dedicated agent to escort you through the airport at over 700 airports worldwide. So now that we went over the main features of this credit card at this point in time, we are going to go ahead and dive into the APR and fees. And of course, this is also super important as well. So starting out on your purchases, once again, for the first 12 billing cycles, you are going to have a 0% interest rate. You'll definitely want to make sure that balance is paid off in full before the first 12 billing cycles end though, because after that, at that point in time, your interest rate is going to jump up to anywhere between 21.24 to 29.24% based on your credit worthiness. Then as far as your balance transfers go, just like your purchases for the first 12 billing cycles, you are going to have a 0% interest rate, just like your purchases. So after the 12 billing cycles end, at that point in time, your APR is going to jump up to anywhere between 21.24 to 29.24% based on your credit worthiness. Then as far as cash advances go, on this channel, we usually recommend to stay far away from cash advances. This, of course, should not be considered financial advice, just my own personal reasons. Usually with them, you have a very high interest rate, plus you have to pay a lot of fees as well. But if you do decide to take out a cash advance with this card, just know that your APR on them is going to be a whopping 29.74%, plus a lot of fees as well, which we're going to go ahead and dive into right now. So as far as the fees go, starting out on your cash advances, you are going to have a fee of either $15 or 5% of the amount of each cash advance, whichever happens to be greater. Then as far as balance transfers go, you are going to have a fee on those as well. It's going to be $10 or 5% of the amount of each balance transfer, whichever happens to be greater. As far as foreign transaction fees, you don't have any foreign transaction fees for this card. There is going to be a late payment fee of up to $40 per late payment. There is going to be a return payment fee of up to $35. And then finally with this card, there are no annual fees, so you can keep this card on a year-to-year basis, and you don't have to sit around and analyze whether or not paying an annual fee for this credit card is worth it with the benefits that you're receiving in return, because once again with this credit card, there are no annual fees. So now that we went over the main features of this card as well as its APR and fees, at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and dive into what I would consider to be the best things about this card and the worst things about this card. So we're going to start out with the best thing. Starting out, of course, is the fact that you're going to be earning 3 points per dollar spent on travel, dining, and gas transactions. So you can definitely rack up quite a few points with this card. Secondly, there is no annual fee with this card. Thirdly, there is no foreign transaction fees. So it's a card you can take with you if you happen to travel abroad. And then finally, you're also going to have the 0% introductory APR on your purchases and your balance transfer. So those are the good things about this credit card. Now, as far as the drawbacks go, starting out, there is no spend bonus with this card. That's definitely a drawback because with other credit cards out there in the market, you can earn a spend bonus of right around $200 if you spend like $1,000 within the first 3 months. So for the fact this credit card does not have a spend bonus, that's definitely one of the drawbacks. Also, in all other transactions outside of travel, dining, and gas, you are only going to be earning 1 point per dollar spent. So that's definitely a drawback as well. So just to sum things up, all in all, this is a credit card I personally would not get. Therefore, also one I could not personally recommend either. Of course, this is not financial advice. The reason I would not get this card personally is because it does not offer any type of spend bonus. And there are so many other cards out there that do offer a spend bonus. Also, the fact that you're only going to be earning 1 point per dollar spent on all other transactions outside of travel, dining, and gas. So pretty much it is a pretty limited card, but it really comes down to not having the spend bonus, at least for me. But that's all we have for today's review. I certainly hope you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.